Hold on to your seats, because the world of morning television is about to be turned upside down. Fans are shocked and gossip mills are running wild as rumors swirl that CBS This Morning is facing a seismic shakeup that no one saw coming. Sources close to the network are whispering that Hoda Kotb, yes the Hoda Kotb, is being courted to replace none other than the iconic Gayle King. Can you even imagine the tension in that studio if this actually goes down? Emotions are running high behind the scenes, with insiders claiming that producers are scrambling, staffers are whispering, and the morning lineup could be permanently changed. But this isn't just about TV schedules, this is personal. Hoda, known for her bubbly charm and warm presence, is reportedly conflicted, caught between loyalty to her colleagues and a golden opportunity that could redefine her career. Meanwhile, Gayle's camp is allegedly fuming, with friends saying she feels blindsided and betrayed. And the fans? They are divided, some rooting for Hoda to shine, others defending Gayle like a lioness guarding her territory. And if you think it stops there, think again. There are whispers of secret meetings, heated text messages, and even a dramatic on-air confrontation that could send shockwaves through Hollywood. Stay tuned, because this story is just getting started, and it's messier than anyone could have imagined. The tension backstage at CBS This Morning was thick enough to cut with a knife, and insiders say the entire studio had been buzzing for weeks about a potential shakeup that no one wanted to believe. Sources close to the network claim that executives have been quietly meeting with Hoda Kotb's team, discussing what it would take for her to step into Gayle King's seat. Some say the talks started months ago, others insist it only recently escalated into something concrete, but either way, the rumor mill is spinning so fast that even the janitorial staff has started whispering in the hallways. Hoda, known for her warmth and charisma, reportedly feels a mixture of excitement and guilt. Friends say she's been pacing her home in the early mornings, sipping coffee and debating whether this opportunity is worth the inevitable drama that comes with it. Meanwhile, Gayle King is said to be completely blindsided. According to sources, she found out about the discussions not from her bosses but from staff members dropping hints in passing, a revelation that left her shocked and, frankly, furious. She feels like she's being undermined, one insider said. It's not just about the chair or the show. It's personal. Gayle's built her morning empire over decades, and to think someone could just step in like that? She's livid. Family and friends have reportedly rallied around Gayle, offering emotional support, while also whispering strategies on how she might respond. The office was allegedly split, with some staff quietly rooting for Hoda and others standing firmly behind Gayle. The drama escalated when an anonymous source claimed that Hoda was seen entering the CBS headquarters late at night, allegedly meeting with producers in a secret strategy session. Eyewitnesses say she looked tense but determined, her face unreadable as she discussed possible changes to the show's format, segments, and even potential co-host dynamics. Meanwhile, whispers of heated phone calls between Gayle and CBS executives began circulating. Friends close to Gayle claim that during one such call, voices were raised, emotions ran high, and the conversation ended abruptly with Gayle slamming the receiver down. Insiders say this incident sparked a flurry of texts among staff, some expressing shock at the raw emotion, others defending Hoda's right to pursue the opportunity. To make matters even more dramatic, fans of the show quickly picked up on subtle social media clues. Hoda posted a photo of herself at a trendy cafe in New York City with the caption "Big moves coming, stay tuned," sparking a frenzy of speculation. The comment sections exploded with theories, from "Is she replacing Gayle?" to "Please no, keep Gayle." Meanwhile, Gayle's followers were equally vocal, some accusing Hoda of betraying her friend, others warning that the show would never be the same without Gayle's presence. The digital storm only fueled the fire, creating an atmosphere where every glance, every smile, every social media post was dissected and analyzed by millions. The network reportedly began feeling the pressure from all sides. Executives are allegedly caught between two giants of morning television, Hoda, who brings a fresh and relatable energy, and Gayle, whose credibility and established rapport with viewers are unmatched. According to insiders, tension-filled meetings were held to discuss damage control strategies, including potential on-air explanations, staged interviews, and even the possibility of a joint announcement designed to soften the blow. However, some sources claim that not everyone in the executive suite was on the same page. One insider whispered, "Some want to push Hoda in quietly, hoping no one notices until it's too late," while others think that would be a disaster and that they need Gayle fully on board to manage the narrative. Rumors also suggest that this potential switch has created friction among the show's other co-hosts and staff. An unnamed producer reportedly confronted Hoda in a tense hallway exchange, allegedly saying, "Do you even realize what you're stepping into?" Sources say Hoda responded calmly but with a hint of frustration, "I'm not stepping on anyone. I'm just exploring an opportunity." The conversation reportedly ended with the producer storming off, muttering about loyalty and betrayal, further fueling speculation about how divided the team might be behind the scenes. The drama has not been confined to the studio. According to sources, friends and family of both Hoda and Gayle have been pulled into the whirlwind. One close friend of Gayle allegedly said, "She's so hurt because she thought Hoda would never even consider this. It feels like a betrayal on a personal level, not just professional." Meanwhile, Hoda's inner circle reportedly tried to reassure her, reminding her that in entertainment, opportunities come and go, and this could be her moment to shine in a role that elevates her to an entirely new level of influence. The conflicting emotions created what insiders describe as a pressure cooker scenario, with emotions running high and every decision scrutinized under a microscope. In addition to personal and professional tensions, the media quickly caught wind of the rumor. Gossip blogs and entertainment outlets began publishing speculative pieces, some claiming insider knowledge, others clearly fabricating quotes to attract clicks. Fans across social media picked up on every hint, from late-night appearances to offhand remarks during interviews, and the story began to trend worldwide. Hoda was tagged in thousands of posts, some supportive, others accusatory, and Gayle's posts began to carry an undertone of defiance, leading followers to wonder whether an on-air confrontation might be imminent. And then, the plot thickened. An anonymous source allegedly leaked that Hoda and Gayle had a private phone call late one night, a conversation described as tense and emotional. While the exact words are unknown, insiders claim Hoda tried to reassure Gayle, saying, "I would never want to hurt you." While Gayle reportedly responded, "This isn't just about hurting me, Hoda. It's about everything we've built. It feels like you're taking my place before I even have a chance to fight back." Friends of both parties allegedly confirmed that the conversation ended with both women in tears, leaving everyone involved in a state of emotional exhaustion. But that was only the beginning. Rumors of a potential intervention by network higher-ups emerged, with one source claiming that a top executive planned to visit Hoda at her home for a serious discussion about the implications of her possible move. Meanwhile, gossipers online began spinning wild scenarios, including secret contracts, golden parachutes, and even a staged fight for ratings. The combination of professional ambition, personal relationships, and fan obsession created a drama that insiders describe as unprecedented in morning television history. As the tension mounted, reports surfaced of additional staff drama. An assistant allegedly leaked an internal memo suggesting that Hoda could take over Gayle's time slot as early as next month, creating panic among other team members. One producer reportedly muttered, "We're sitting on a powder keg, and someone's about to light the fuse," highlighting the anxiety permeating the studio. Hoda's fans quickly defended her online, some accusing Gayle of jealousy, while Gayle's followers doubled down on the narrative that Hoda was overstepping her bounds. The digital warfare mirrored the turmoil in the studio, creating a feedback loop of tension that seemed impossible to escape. The drama even reached outside the walls of CBS, with entertainment lawyers, former co-hosts, and celebrity commentators weighing in. One former morning show host allegedly tweeted cryptically, "Sometimes the crown isn't what it seems," which fans immediately interpreted as a jab at Hoda. Others speculated that it was a warning to Gayle to handle the situation carefully. Either way, the speculation only fueled the frenzy, and insiders say the network was beginning to feel real pressure to make a decision before the story spiraled completely out of control. By this point, sources claim that every interaction between Hoda and Gayle, whether in person, on air, or online, was being dissected frame by frame. A smile, a pause, a glance, anything could be interpreted as a sign of allegiance or betrayal. Some staff reportedly began keeping detailed notes on both women's movements, joking in hushed tones that they were preparing for a reality TV-style showdown in the studio. The emotional stakes were at an all-time high, and insiders described the atmosphere as electric, tense, and utterly unpredictable. And just when everyone thought the drama couldn't get any messier, reports emerged of a surprise third party entering the picture. According to an unnamed source, a former CBS correspondent, now turned media consultant, allegedly reached out to Hoda with advice on navigating the situation. The implications of this intervention were unclear, but insiders speculated that it could shift the balance of power, potentially exacerbating tensions with Gayle or even creating new alliances behind the scenes. As the days unfolded, rumors multiplied. Some claimed Hoda was already practicing new segments in secret, while others insisted Gayle was rallying influential colleagues to her side. The back-and-forth escalated into a full-blown drama that insiders say rivaled any reality TV feud, complete with whispered betrayals, secret meetings, emotional confrontations, and a mounting sense of urgency that something monumental was about to happen. And yet, through it all, Hoda reportedly remained composed on air, delivering her usual warmth and charm while the storm brewed behind the scenes. Fans noticed subtle changes, longer pauses, knowing glances at the camera, a slightly sharper tone in interviews, that only fueled speculation further. Insiders describe Hoda as walking a tightrope, balancing ambition, loyalty, and public perception, knowing that one misstep could ignite an even larger controversy. By the end of the first week of the leak, the CBS This Morning offices were described by insiders as chaotic and divided. The family of the show, as some staff jokingly called themselves, was left fractured, with whispers of allegiances, secret alliances, and unresolved grievances spreading like wildfire. Even casual observers began speculating whether the tension might erupt into an on-air confrontation, with some fans openly wishing for the drama to be televised. As the second week of rumors unfolded, insiders say the tension between Hoda and Gayle reached a boiling point. Sources claim that one afternoon, Hoda was allegedly called into an emergency meeting with CBS executives, a meeting described as intense, emotional, and full of veiled threats. Witnesses report that one producer allegedly slammed a folder of ratings charts onto the table and exclaimed, "We can't afford hesitation. Decisions need to be made now." Hoda, according to sources, sat quietly for a moment, taking a deep breath before replying, "I understand the stakes, but this isn't just a numbers game. There are people's feelings, reputations, and relationships at risk." The room reportedly went silent, as if everyone realized that this decision was more than just a shuffle in the morning lineup. It was a potential war between two powerhouse personalities. Meanwhile, Gayle's team was reportedly mobilizing behind the scenes. Friends and family allegedly encouraged her to take a firm stance, with one close confidant reportedly saying, "You've worked too hard to just let someone take your place without a fight. Hoda may be talented, but this is your territory." Insiders claim that Gayle began drafting talking points, preparing for possible interviews where she could subtly assert her dominance, and even planning strategic social media posts designed to remind viewers why she was irreplaceable. Fans quickly caught on to subtle hints in her posts, photos with longtime colleagues, behind-the-scenes snapshots, and captions that seemed intentionally nostalgic, reminding everyone of her legacy. Things allegedly escalated further when a leaked recording of a hallway conversation went viral online. Sources claim that Hoda and a producer were overheard discussing possible new segments, with Hoda allegedly saying, "If I step in, I want to bring energy, but I also don't want anyone to feel replaced." The conversation, though seemingly innocent, reportedly caused an uproar among Gayle's allies, who interpreted it as proof that Hoda was already plotting to take over. Whispers of betrayal and disloyalty began circulating among the staff, with some insiders admitting that emotions ran so high that tempers flared in meetings, private chats, and even during casual breaks. As the drama intensified, One insider claimed that a clandestine lunch took place between Hoda and a former mentor, someone who allegedly played a role in navigating high-profile media transitions before. Eyewitnesses say the lunch lasted for hours, with hushed tones, hand gestures, and intense expressions. Speculation erupted online, with fans theorizing everything from secret alliances to Hoda receiving advice on how to tactfully sideline Gayle without public fallout. Meanwhile, gossip sites exploded with headlines like, Hoda caught be secretly plotting CBS coup, and Gayle King blindsided by morning show shakeup, amplifying the tension to new levels. But the drama didn't stop with the professionals. Family members of both Hoda and Gayle reportedly became embroiled in the situation. Sources say that a close family member of Gayle allegedly confronted Hoda in a public setting, whispering something along the lines of, "You think you can just walk in and take what she's built?" Witnesses report that Hoda responded with a calm, measured tone, allegedly saying, "I respect everything Gayle has done. I'm just exploring my own path." This interaction, though brief, reportedly made headlines in the gossip blogs, further fueling the narrative of a personal rivalry brewing behind the scenes. The online fan wars reportedly intensified as well. Some fans created hashtags defending Hoda, emphasizing her talent and charisma, while others launched campaigns to protect Gayle's legacy, according to insiders. The tension reached a fever pitch when fans began speculating about the possibility of an on-air confrontation, some even posting mock scripts and imagined dialogues, further inflaming the frenzy. CBS executives allegedly spent hours monitoring social media sentiment, attempting to gauge public reaction and calculate the potential fallout from any decision. Inside the studio, tension reportedly reached new heights during a seemingly ordinary meeting. An insider claims that Hoda and Gayle were in the same room for a discussion about upcoming segments, and emotions ran so high that voices were allegedly raised. One producer reportedly said, "The energy in the room was electric, you could feel the history and rivalry colliding." Sources claim that at one point, Gayle allegedly turned to Hoda and said, "This is my show, my morning, my legacy. Don't forget that," to which Hoda allegedly replied, "I know, and I'm not here to erase that, but we both know opportunities don't wait for anyone." The room reportedly fell silent, with staffers nervously watching every expression and gesture, realizing that the tension between these two media giants could explode at any moment. The insider drama reportedly became even more intricate when whispers emerged that other celebrities were weighing in. A former co-host of Hoda allegedly sent her a cryptic message, reportedly advising her to tread carefully. Power moves have consequences. Meanwhile, a media commentator allegedly suggested on a podcast that Gayle could orchestrate a countermove, possibly leveraging her influence to prevent Hoda from stepping in. This third-party involvement, according to insiders, only intensified speculation, with rumors of secret strategies, hidden agendas, and even potential on-air confrontations spreading like wildfire. Sources claim that one of the most explosive moments occurred when Hoda allegedly received an unexpected phone call from a high-ranking network executive. Witnesses say that after the call, she looked visibly shaken, pacing the hallways and muttering phrases like, "They want me to choose now, it's all or nothing." Friends close to her allegedly confirmed that she spent hours debating her options, weighing ambition against loyalty, and considering the emotional cost of stepping into a role that could alienate a friend and mentor. Meanwhile, Gayle reportedly continued rallying support, meeting privately with staff, drafting potential talking points, and even consulting former colleagues on how best to maintain her position. The emotional stakes, insiders say, were higher than ever. And just when it seemed like the drama couldn't escalate further, reports surfaced of a private dinner between Hoda and a key network producer, an event described by insiders as tense, strategic, and potentially game-changing. Eyewitnesses allegedly reported whispered negotiations about show format, time slots, and co-host dynamics, leaving some staff members convinced that Hoda was already being groomed to take over. The dinner allegedly ended with a quiet exchange of nods, but the speculation online was relentless, with fans imagining secret handshakes, code words, and shadowy plans for the morning show's future. The drama reportedly reached a boiling point on social media when a fan leaked a supposed screenshot of a text conversation between Hoda and a close friend. The texts, whether authentic or fabricated, suggested that Hoda was weighing her options carefully, acknowledging the emotional fallout, but also hinting at her readiness to step into the spotlight. This leak allegedly caused an uproar among Gail's supporters, who flooded the internet with defensive posts, memes, and commentary warning that no one replaces Gayle King. The studio, according to insiders, was left divided, with emotions running so high that even casual interactions were charged with tension and speculation. According to sources, the heightened drama even affected the on-air chemistry between Hoda and her current co-hosts. Colleagues allegedly noticed subtle changes in body language, slight pauses during conversations, and an almost imperceptible edge in tone. One staff member reportedly joked in a hushed tone, "It's like walking into a minefield every morning, you never know when the next explosion will happen." Insiders claim that these subtle cues were not lost on viewers, many of whom began speculating about the underlying tension, adding fuel to the viral firestorm surrounding the alleged shakeup. But the plot thickened even more when reports emerged of a secret alliance forming within the network. According to insiders, some executives reportedly sided with Hoda, believing that she could inject fresh energy and attract a younger demographic, while others remained fiercely loyal to Gayle, emphasizing her decades-long contribution to the show. The division within the executive team, sources say, mirrored the emotional divide in the studio, creating an atmosphere of uncertainty, suspense, and relentless speculation. As the week wore on, insiders claim that Hoda and Gayle were allegedly forced into a mediated meeting with top network executives, a session described as fraught with tension, emotion, and barely concealed rivalry. Witnesses report that Hoda allegedly opened with a calm but pointed statement, "I respect everything Gayle has built. I just need to consider my future." Gayle, according to sources, responded with a firm glare in the words, "Consider carefully, because decisions have consequences." The meeting reportedly ended with no resolution, leaving staffers and insiders alike on edge, anxiously awaiting the next dramatic turn in the saga. Insiders claim that the drama had reached a fever pitch. Emails were allegedly leaked, social media speculation was rampant, staff were reportedly walking on eggshells, and both Hoda and Gayle were described as locked in an emotional battle that could define the future of CBS This Morning. Fans, meanwhile, were glued to every post, every tweet, every glance, and every rumor, desperate to see who would emerge victorious in a conflict that blurred the lines between professional ambition and personal loyalty. The atmosphere at CBS This Morning reportedly became even more electric as whispers of an impending on-air confrontation spread throughout the studio. Insiders claim that both Hoda and Gayle were under extreme pressure, with staff nervously anticipating every glance, word, or interaction between the two. One insider allegedly described the mood as like walking through a storm, you never know when the next thunderbolt will strike. Fans online were reportedly dissecting every clip, every interview, every social media post, looking for signs that the long-feared showdown was imminent. Speculation ranged from subtle tension in on-air smiles to hidden messages in captions, with some fans even claiming that they could see a silent battle playing out in the studio. According to sources, one of the most dramatic moments occurred during what was supposed to be a routine production meeting. Hoda allegedly arrived to discuss segment ideas with the executive producer, only to find Gayle already in the room. Insiders claim that the tension was palpable, with staffers reportedly whispering in corners, noting every shift in body language. Gayle allegedly shot Hoda a pointed look and said, "Remember, this is my space." Respect it. Hoda, according to witnesses, remained calm but replied, "I respect you, but I have a voice too." The room reportedly fell silent, and insiders say that some staff feared a confrontation might break out at any second. As the drama unfolded, reports surfaced that a major network executive had secretly invited both Hoda and Gayle to a private lunch to discuss the future of the show. Eyewitnesses claim that the lunch lasted over 2 hours, with hushed voices, intense eye contact, and an energy that insiders describe as palpable intense. Sources allege that Hoda tried to express her ambitions carefully, saying, "I just want to explore what's possible without hurting anyone," while Gayle allegedly countered with a pointed, "This isn't just about possibility, it's about legacy." The lunch reportedly ended without resolution, leaving insiders convinced that the drama was far from over. Around the same time, sources claim that a leaked text allegedly sent by Hoda to a close friend set the internet ablaze. The message reportedly read, "I don't want a fight, but sometimes opportunities don't wait." Fans allegedly interpreted this as confirmation that Hoda was seriously considering stepping into Gail's role, which only fueled speculation of an inevitable showdown. Meanwhile, Gail's camp allegedly responded by circulating strategic talking points to loyal staff, emphasizing her decades of experience, her connection with viewers, and her irreplaceable presence on the show. The internal conflict, according to insiders, created a perfect storm of gossip, tension, and high-stakes drama. One of the most shocking alleged twists came when an anonymous insider claimed that Hoda and a former rival from another network had secretly met to discuss the potential consequences of taking over Gail's seat. The meeting, reportedly held at a discreet New York location, allegedly involved discussions of branding, audience retention, and personal loyalty. Witnesses claim that the conversation ended with Hoda looking both determined and anxious, as if fully aware of the minefield she was navigating. Gossip outlets quickly caught wind of the story, spinning it into headlines like, "Hoda Kotb seeks secret counsel before morning show takeover," and CBS insiders panic over explosive Hoda-Gail drama. Inside the studio, the tension reportedly spilled over into casual interactions. One staff member allegedly recounted seeing Hoda and Gail in the break room, where a simple exchange over coffee reportedly became heated. According to the insider, Gail allegedly said, "This is my world, Hoda. Don't forget it." Hoda, reportedly maintaining her composure, replied, "I know, and I'm not here to take it from you." The conversation, while brief, allegedly had staffers holding their breath, as if a spark could ignite at any moment. Fans reportedly speculated endlessly online, dissecting the interaction frame by frame and sharing theories about future confrontations. Sources also claim that tensions intensified when a leaked memo allegedly revealed potential changes to the show's schedule and segments, seemingly favoring Hoda's strengths. Insiders reportedly described a sense of betrayal among some staff, with whispers of, "How can they even consider changing things without consulting Gail?" According to witnesses, the memo sparked heated hallway debates, emotional exchanges, and even tears among longtime employees who felt torn between loyalty to Gail and excitement for fresh energy. The emotional stakes, insiders say, were higher than ever, with some claiming it was the most dramatic week in the history of morning television. Meanwhile, fan speculation reportedly reached new heights. A viral post allegedly claimed that Hoda and Gail were preparing for an on-air truth showdown, a confrontation that would finally resolve months of tension. While CBS reportedly denied any such plans, insiders admit that even the possibility of a public confrontation created anxiety, stress, and excitement behind the scenes. Fans flooded social media with predictions, memes, and imagined scenarios, each more dramatic than the last. The anticipation, according to sources, was almost unbearable, with viewers eagerly awaiting the next turn in this tangled saga. According to insiders, the emotional toll on both Hoda and Gail was significant. Friends claim that Hoda reportedly spent late nights pacing her home, consulting close allies, and contemplating the personal cost of stepping into a role that could alienate a friend and mentor. Gail, meanwhile, allegedly sought counsel from family and longtime colleagues, reportedly expressing feelings of hurt, betrayal, and a fierce determination to protect her legacy. The emotional weight, sources say, made every interaction, meeting, and email a potential flashpoint for further drama. The tension reportedly reached another fever pitch when a previously quiet staff member allegedly leaked details of an internal strategy session. According to insiders, the session discussed how to handle viewer reaction, potential backlash, and the optics of any change in the morning lineup. The leak reportedly caused panic among executives, with some allegedly fearing that the drama could spiral out of control before any formal decision was announced. Gossip outlets immediately ran with the story, with headlines like, "CBS Morning Chaos, Hoda vs. Gail and Backstage Feud Threatens Iconic Show," ensuring that fans were more invested than ever in the unfolding saga. Sources claim that one of the most dramatic alleged incidents occurred during a rehearsal for a new segment. Hoda reportedly delivered her lines flawlessly, but Gayle allegedly interjected with subtle, pointed comments that insiders say were loaded with emotion and tension. The staff allegedly felt like spectators at a high-stakes drama, unsure whether the exchange was playful, tense, or a thinly veiled warning. Online, fans dissected every frame, every gesture, and every tone, sharing theories about hidden meanings, alliances, and potential confrontations. In addition to the personal tension, insiders claim that network politics played a huge role in the unfolding drama. Allegedly, some executives were rumored to be lobbying for Hoda, emphasizing her ability to attract younger viewers, while others were staunchly defending Gayle, highlighting her credibility, experience, and loyal audience base. This alleged division reportedly created a perfect storm of anxiety, strategy, and anticipation, leaving staffers unsure of who to trust, what would happen next, and how to navigate the minefield of backstage intrigue. The alleged drama reached a new level when sources claimed that a surprise third-party consultant entered the picture. This individual, a well-known media strategist, reportedly met separately with both Hoda and Gayle, allegedly providing advice on how to navigate the unfolding storm. Insiders say that Hoda reportedly left the meeting looking both reassured and cautious, while Gayle allegedly left feeling even more determined to assert her position. The involvement of a third party, according to sources, only added another layer of complexity to an already tangled web of rivalry, loyalty, and ambition. Insiders claim that the backstage environment at CBS This Morning was at a near breaking point. Whispers of betrayals, secret meetings, leaked texts, and online speculation dominated every conversation. Fans, meanwhile, were glued to social media, desperate for updates, analysis, and clues about what might happen next. The emotional stakes for Hoda, Gayle, and the entire network were reportedly at their highest, creating a pressure cooker situation that insiders describe as unstable, unpredictable, and impossible to ignore. Sources even allege that both Hoda and Gayle began mentally preparing for the possibility of a public confrontation, a moment insiders say could define the future of the show. Rumors of strategic moves, potential alliances, and dramatic gestures spread like wildfire, with staffers nervously anticipating the next move in what some have already dubbed the morning show drama of the decade. As the world watched, everyone wondered, who would emerge victorious, who would be betrayed, and how far would this backstage feud go before the dust finally settled. The tension at CBS This Morning reportedly reached its peak as Part 4 of the drama unfolded. Insiders claim that staffers were walking on eggshells, whispering about every glance, every word, and every interaction between Hoda and Gayle. According to sources, the atmosphere was described as electric, charged, and unpredictable, with every meeting, rehearsal, and hallway conversation scrutinized for hidden meaning. Fans online were allegedly dissecting every social media post, every interview clip, and even subtle expressions caught on camera, attempting to predict the next explosive moment. One of the most dramatic alleged incidents reportedly occurred during a production meeting that was intended to be routine. Insiders claim that Hoda and Gayle were seated across from each other, discussing upcoming segments. Suddenly, Gayle allegedly slammed her hand on the table and exclaimed, "This is my show, Hoda." "Don't forget that," Hoda, reportedly calm but firm, replied, "I respect you, Gayle, but I have to consider my path too." According to witnesses, the room went silent, and some staff reportedly felt like they were watching a high-stakes showdown unfold in real time. Whispers of betrayal, loyalty, and ambition reportedly filled the air, leaving everyone tense and on edge. Around the same time, sources claim that Hoda was allegedly seen in a private meeting with top network executives, discussing potential new segment ideas, audience engagement strategies, and possible shifts in time slots. Insiders say the discussion lasted hours, with Hoda reportedly balancing charm, ambition, and diplomacy, carefully avoiding comments that might be perceived as undermining Gayle. Despite her composure, witnesses claim that Hoda occasionally paused, looking visibly conflicted, as if aware of the emotional and professional storm she was navigating. Meanwhile, Gayle's camp reportedly mobilized in response. Friends and family allegedly advised her to assert her presence, emphasizing her decades-long contributions and the loyalty of her fan base. Insiders claim that Gayle began drafting potential statements, coordinating with staff, and even planning subtle on-air gestures designed to reinforce her authority. Social media, according to sources, exploded with speculation as fans noticed small shifts in tone, long glances, and pauses during broadcasts, fueling wild theories about a looming confrontation. The alleged drama intensified when a secret text conversation reportedly surfaced online, allegedly between Hoda and a close confidant. The texts reportedly suggested that Hoda was weighing her options, acknowledging the potential fallout of stepping into Gail's role, but also hinting at readiness to embrace the opportunity. Fans reportedly interpreted the messages as confirmation that a major shift was imminent, prompting online debates, memes, and speculation about potential confrontations or alliances. Insiders claim that staffers were glued to their screens, anxious and tense, unsure of what might happen next. According to sources, one of the most shocking alleged twists involved an unplanned encounter in the studio parking lot. Eyewitnesses claim that Hoda and Gail ran into each other while arriving for an early morning rehearsal. The encounter reportedly began with polite smiles but quickly escalated when Gail allegedly said, "I hope you know what you're doing, Hoda." Hoda reportedly replied, "I'm thinking about the future, not taking anything from you." Insiders say the interaction, though brief, was enough to send shockwaves through the staff, who reportedly watched from their cars and whispered about the escalating tension. Fans online reportedly dissected every image from the encounter, creating viral threads and theories about the potential fallout. Additionally, insiders claim that a confidential meeting with a high-ranking network executive allegedly set the stage for the next dramatic turn. Hoda reportedly discussed how to navigate fan reactions, public perception, and internal politics. Witnesses say she was calm, calculated, and focused, yet visibly aware of the delicate balance required to move forward. Meanwhile, Gail allegedly prepared her own strategies, consulting with trusted allies and colleagues to ensure she could protect her legacy and maintain her authority. The alleged backstage maneuvers, sources say, were reminiscent of high-stakes political games, with loyalty, ambition, and emotion all colliding in one intense environment. The tension reportedly reached a new peak when an anonymous insider claimed that both Hoda and Gail were called into a last-minute executive meeting. Sources say the executives allegedly intended to discuss potential resolutions, public announcements, and ways to manage the intense media scrutiny. Witnesses report that the meeting was emotionally charged, with Hoda expressing her hopes and ambitions, while Gail reportedly voiced her concerns about loyalty, respect, and maintaining the show's integrity. According to insiders, the discussion ended without resolution, leaving staffers and insiders alike on edge, anticipating the next dramatic move. Meanwhile, the drama reportedly spilled onto social media. Fans, influencers, and gossip accounts allegedly posted non-stop updates, analyzing every tweet, photo, and comment for hidden meaning. Insiders claim that the digital frenzy created additional pressure on both Hoda and Gail, who reportedly felt the weight of public scrutiny alongside personal and professional stakes. Hashtags allegedly trended worldwide, with fans debating, predicting, and even fabricating theories about potential on-air confrontations, alliances, and resolutions. According to sources, the online frenzy mirrored the tension inside the studio, creating a feedback loop of suspense, speculation, and drama. One of the most dramatic alleged developments reportedly involved a leaked internal email suggesting that a network decision was imminent. Insiders claim the email allegedly indicated that executives were leaning toward a decision favoring Hoda, though nothing was confirmed. The leak allegedly triggered intense speculation among staff and fans, with whispers of betrayal, secret strategies, and behind-the-scenes maneuvering. Sources say emotions reportedly ran high, with staffers divided between loyalty to Gail and excitement for Hoda, creating an environment described as volatile and unpredictable. Additionally, sources claim that Hoda and Gail allegedly engaged in a tense private phone call late one night. Insiders say the conversation was emotional, with Hoda reportedly expressing hope for a peaceful resolution, while Gail allegedly voiced feelings of hurt, betrayal, and determination to protect her position. Witnesses report that the call ended ambiguously, leaving both women emotional and contemplative, with staffers reportedly speculating about the impact on future interactions and the eventual fate of the show. The alleged drama reportedly escalated further when an unnamed insider claimed that Hoda was approached by a media strategist to discuss possible public positioning, messaging, and fan engagement. The meeting, reportedly tense and strategic, allegedly left Hoda with a plan that balanced ambition, diplomacy, and discretion. Meanwhile, Gayle allegedly consulted with veteran colleagues to ensure she maintained influence, control, and credibility. The behind-the-scenes maneuvering, sources say, added layers of intrigue, suspense, and emotional tension that left staffers on edge and fans eagerly awaiting the next chapter. Sources also claim that one of the most dramatic alleged moments occurred during a rehearsal for a special segment. Hoda reportedly delivered her lines perfectly, but Gayle allegedly added subtle, pointed interjections, creating an atmosphere insiders describe as charged with tension, suspense, and unspoken rivalry. Witnesses say staffers felt like spectators at a high-stakes drama, unsure whether the exchange was playful, tense, or a precursor to a larger confrontation. Fans online reportedly analyzed the interaction endlessly, creating memes, debates, and viral threads that added fuel to the fire. As the week drew to a close, insiders claimed that the emotional stakes were at their highest. Both Hoda and Gayle were allegedly navigating personal feelings, professional ambitions, fan reactions, and executive expectations, creating a pressure cooker environment that insiders describe as unrelenting, unpredictable, and emotionally exhausting. The drama reportedly dominated conversations, social media, and gossip blogs, leaving fans desperate for updates, analysis, and clues about the eventual outcome. Sources allege that just when it seemed like the story couldn't escalate further, a surprise announcement was rumored to be in the works. Insiders claim that executives were allegedly preparing a statement, a strategic move designed to manage public perception, media scrutiny, and internal dynamics. According to sources, the announcement could potentially reshape the future of CBS This Morning, redefine the relationships between Hoda and Gayle, and provide a dramatic conclusion to weeks of speculation, rumors, and backstage intrigue. And even as this alleged climax approached, staffers reportedly remained on edge. Every interaction, meeting, and glance between Hoda and Gayle was allegedly scrutinized for hidden meaning, with whispers of strategy, loyalty, and rivalry permeating the studio. Fans online, meanwhile, continued to speculate, debate, and predict, creating a digital frenzy that insiders claim mirrored the high-stakes tension unfolding behind the scenes. By the end of this chaotic and dramatic period, insiders claim that the network, the staff, and the two stars themselves were left in a state of heightened anticipation, uncertainty, and emotional intensity. The alleged drama, rife with secret meetings, tense interactions, leaked messages, and fan speculation, had reached a crescendo, setting the stage for a potential resolution, or an even bigger shock that could send waves through the world of morning television. The stakes, insiders say, had never been higher, and the story was far from over. So here we are, at the edge of what might be the most dramatic shakeup in morning television history. Hoda Kotb and Gayle King, two icons of CBS This Morning, have reportedly been navigating a storm of emotion, ambition, and backstage intrigue that has left staffers, fans, and insiders alike on the edge of their seats. The alleged secret meetings, leaked texts, tense hallway encounters, and subtle on-air gestures have all built toward a moment that could redefine the show entirely. But despite all the speculation, nothing has been officially confirmed, leaving everyone wondering, will Hoda step into Gayle's role, or will Gayle maintain her seat of power? Fans are shocked, emotions have run high, and the family behind the scenes of CBS This Morning has been left divided. Every move is being scrutinized, every word analyzed, and every social media post dissected. From late-night strategy sessions to rumored confrontations, the drama is real, or at least as real as the entertainment world wants us to believe. The stakes couldn't be higher, and insiders suggest that the next few weeks could finally reveal the outcome of this high-stakes feud. We want to hear from you. What do you think will happen next? Is Hoda Kotb about to take over Gayle King's spot, or will Gayle emerge victorious and maintain her morning empire? Comment below with your thoughts, theories, and predictions. Don't forget to hit that like button if you've been following this wild saga, and subscribe for all the latest updates, drama, and behind-the-scenes revelations. Share this video with your friends so they can join the conversation, and make sure to keep checking back. We'll be bringing you every twist, turn, and shocking moment as this story unfolds. The drama is far from over, and you won't want to miss a single second of it.